Hey y'all, welcome back. Today we're checking out British Monarchs History Quiz. Do you know British kings and queens and kings? I do not. So this is a good quiz for me to take. Let's check it out. Okay. Who was the first Queen of England? Queen Victoria, Queen Elizabeth I, Queen Anne, Queen Mary I. I know it's not Queen Victoria because she was in the 1800s, I think. Queen Elizabeth the First, maybe. Queen Anne. I don't know. I'm going to say Queen Mary the First because her name is Mary. Jesus and all that, right? Okay. Mary the First, also called Mary Tudor, and Bloody Mary was the first queen to rule England, 1553 to 58, in her own right. Wow, that's Bloody Mary? Dope. Did they call her Bloody Mary while she was alive? By her Protestant opponents, Queen of England and Ireland and Spain as the wife of King Philip II. Wow. Oh, right, her father was King Henry VIII. Right. She had 280 religious dissenters burned at the stake. That's why she's called Bloody Mary. Oh, Elizabeth I was her younger sister. Okay. Learning here. All right. Who was the last British monarch to hold the title of Emperor of India? King George VI, Queen Victoria, King George V, Queen Elizabeth II. Emperor of India. Wow. Emperor of India. I feel like... when did India get its independence from Britain? I think it was the 1800s? Queen Victoria, maybe? Oh, I really don't know. Emperor. Okay, that makes me think it's a dude. I'm going to say King George VI. King George VI. What? Okay, all right. Oh, I didn't read this blurb before. The title was used by British monarchs from May the 1st, 1876 to June 22nd, 1948 to signify their sovereignty over the Indian Empire as its imperial head of state. King George VI was the last British monarch to hold the title. Which British monarch was known as the Virgin Queen? Oh, I know this. It's Queen Victoria, right? Wait, was it? No. Was it? It wasn't Queen Elizabeth II. It wasn't Queen Elizabeth I because there was a Queen Elizabeth II. You know what I'm saying? Queen Victoria makes me... Oh, wait, who's this woman? Who is that? Is that Elizabeth I? I think that's Elizabeth I. Because Queen Victoria was like... she didn't have hair like that, right? I'm going to say Elizabeth I. Only because of this painting. I think that's her. Queen Elizabeth I was known as the Virgin Queen because she never married or had children. Yo, that's 3 correct. I did not expect this. Okay. Oh, Margot Robbie did a movie about her. I need to watch that. Which British monarch was known as the Merry Monarch? Okay. The Merry Monarch. I'm getting King Charles from this painting for some reason. I know that's not King Henry VIII because he is fat. King James II? I don't know. King Edward? I don't know. For some reason, I think that's Charles. I think that painting is Charles. King Charles II. Final answer. I feel like they're giving it away with these paintings, right? All right. King Charles II was known as the Merry Monarch because of his love for entertainment and his restoration of the English monarchy after the English Civil War. Okay. Which British monarch was known as the Lionheart? Oh, I know this. King Richard. King John, King Richard. Oh, there's... Okay, King John, King Richard I, King Edward, King Henry II. I think it's Richard. Right? I think it's Richard. Yo, 5 for 5. Hey, I guess I know the Monarchs better than I thought. I guess my humanities teacher in high school might be proud. Oh, he's dead. King Richard I was known as the Lionheart due to his reputation as a brave and skilled warrior. Okay. Who is the only British monarch to abdicate the throne? Oh, it's the guy with the stutter. George? Oh, which George, though? George the Sixth or George the Third? Wait, maybe it was King Edward. Who was that guy? Ah, I feel like it's a George. Right? It's Queen Elizabeth's uncle, and he wanted to marry that American woman. Wait, no, it wasn't the guy with the stutter. It was his brother. Right? Right, George. Oh, crap. I'm going to say George the Sixth. King George the Sixth. I can't. Oh, come on. King Edward the Eighth. All right. Okay. That's my first one wrong. We're still doing well. King Edward the Eighth was the only British monarch to abdicate the throne as he chose love over his royal position. Sucker. Okay, this guy, I recognize his portrait. That is, I think he's also a George. Is that a George? Don't look at the answers. Who was the British monarch during the American Revolution? Oh, yeah. Yeah, King George, because, oh, they're all George. Damn it, the number? I gotta know the number. Well, I know Georgia was named after him, and I know some of my ancestors were his subjects because they were in the Carolinas, and when England got Florida from the Spanish, he told my ancestors to go down to Florida and stake their claim. King George I. I really don't know what the number is. King George II. King George III. Who was this guy? I don't think it was the third. Well, damn, I don't know. I'm going to say King George I. Because I don't know. King George I. Wait. Have there been that many Georges since then? I want to change my answer. I want to change my answer to King George III. King George III. Feels like. Oh my god, I got it. Okay. Alright. King George III was the British monarch during the American Revolution, which lasted from 1775 to 1783. Alright. Hey, I'll take it. Who was the first English monarch to have their realistic portrait stamped onto his coins? Who's that guy? King Henry VII, King Edward VI, King Charles II, King James I. Charles, I feel like, was really old. So Charles II... Wait. The current king is King Charles. But which Charles? Is he the second? I feel like King James I, that feels like a long time ago. Biblical. Not biblical times, but, you know, the Bible translation. Well, no, maybe he was egotistical enough to want to have a realistic portrait stamped onto it. Okay, I'm going King James I. King James I. The Bible guy. King James I. King Henry VII. All right, that's only 2 wrong, y'all. I feel good about this still. While monarchs were depicted on coins before Henry VII. Before Henry VII was the first king to have their realistic profile on the coins around 1507. Oh, wow. That's a lot longer ago than I thought it would be. Who was the first British monarch to appear on a postage stamp? Queen Victoria, King George III, King William IV, King George IV. Well, let me think. Postage stamps didn't come around until... What was that penny thing? Penny. Oh, there's some... I saw a video about this. Damn it. It wasn't that long ago. I feel like it was in the 1800s, which makes me think Queen Victoria? The Victorian era? Yeah. Yeah, Penny Dreadful. That sounds like Victorian era stuff, right? Dark, macabre. Yeah. Queen Victoria. Final answer. Yeah, alright. Cool. Queen Victoria was the first British monarch to appear on a postage stamp, which happened in 1840. Sweet. Who was the first British monarch during World War I? A George. Let's see. King Edward VII, King George V, King George VI, King Edward VIII. Oh wait, it could be Edward. Who's that guy? That guy... Damn it. Was it an Edward or a George? What did I say before I saw the answers? I think I said George. It was a George. Might be an Edward, though. I'm gonna say King George VI. This wasn't that long ago. This was World War I. Damn. Okay, King George VI. Final answer. Okay, got it wrong. It was his father, or I don't know how it works, maybe. Who was the only... Oh wait, what did it say? Is there a little blurb at the end? No blurb at the end? Alright. Who was the only English monarch to be executed? Wait, don't look at the answers. Who was the only English monarch to be executed? Was it a Charles? Was it a Charles? Let me look at the answers. King Henry VIII. He wasn't executed, was he? No. King Charles I. King Richard III. That sounds familiar. King James I. Fart. Charles wasn't he the merry guy? Haven't we already talked about him? King Richard, I think he's the guy in the Shakespeare play who had a crooked back. Was he executed? I'm going to say King Richard III. King Richard III, final answer. King Charles I. King Charles I was the only English monarch to be executed. He was beheaded in 1649 during the English Civil War. Okay. Wrong. Okay. That was it. Let's tally up these results. 7 correct. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 wrong. What percentage is all that? 57%? That's an F. Got an F, y'all. Well, I failed. I did better than I thought. I mean, most of these were guesses. Oh, but those portraits on the side helped, y'all. I got a 57%. F. Fail. Did y'all do okay on this? I bet y'all rocked it. This is probably easy for British people, right? Well, I'd like to thank my patrons. I'd like to thank my Buy Me a Coffee folks. Thank y'all for watching this with me, and I'll see you next time. Later.